Today I'm going to be discussing being a college student and just knowing how to balance your social life and your work life and everything else that comes with being a college student, because it's hard. The first thing that we're going to talk about today is what are we going to talk about with this video? I'm just going to go with the flow. The first thing that we're going to talk about is being in college and having hard work all the time. Because yes, college is hard and everything, but there are things that you can do to make college not as hard. And that is like going to your teachers for help after class, like getting tutoring, and using Google, because Google is a great resource to use in college. Let me tell you, I would not survive if we did not have Google. That's just point blank, period. But the first thing I want to talk about is creating connections with your professors. That is very important to do. If you go to a bigger college, it's probably harder to create a connection with your professor. I go to a smaller college, a really small college, and so it's easier for me to create connections with my professors and relationships with my professors. Say that you have like a 79 in the class and you real cool with this teacher. That teacher gonna give you that 80%, that B. But if you just, don't come to class, always late, talking on the phone, just being rude in the class, and the teacher is not gonna F with you at all. So you wanna make sure that you are always on point in classes so that the teacher can recognize you from all the other students, because they recognize things like that. They recognize when students are late. They recognize when students are on time. They pay attention to that because they see you every day. They grading your papers, so they know. So it's important to just keep up on things like that. After class, just sit back and talk with your teacher, get to know them on a personal level, so that when it's time for you to get help or when you need anything, they're there for you. When it comes to like hard school work, Google is not cheating, it's a resource. So research everything. When the teacher is not there to answer your email or not there to tutor you after class, Google everything that you need, because it's there. Let me tell you, Quizlet, Course Hero, Chegg, all that is there to help you. You can pay for those subscriptions. They're kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I paid for Course Hero. It was like $60 for how many months? Like 3 months. But let me tell you, if I didn't have that, I would have failed some classes, because it's just really helpful. I'm not telling you to cheat. It's not cheating, but it is just using your resources wisely. It's being smart, actually. So yeah. And then you also want to create, when it comes to schoolwork, you want to create group chats, because group chats are important. It's important to get help from your classmates. You want to build bonds with your classmates. You don't have to be their friend, but you can be cool with them, have cool relationships with them. And so that's important, to create group chats, because when you ain't did that homework or you forgot about an assignment and it's time to turn that assignment in, you can text that reliable group chat that's not stingy and say, hey, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that, who gonna help me out, or whatever. And just get help from other students, because it might be something that you don't understand but your classmate understand. Don't be afraid to get help. And that's a major thing in college. Do not be afraid to get help from people in college, because people can help you. Don't be stubborn. Get help if you don't understand. Ask questions if you don't understand. When you in class and your teacher is lecturing, don't be scared to ask no questions, because you paying for this education. Be like, yes ma'am, I don't understand this. Can you explain that again? I don't care who in the back mad at you because you don't get it. Ask questions until you get it. Now, if it's just like you taking up all the time in the class, then that's when you write down what you don't get, and then after class you talk to your teacher. You go to your teacher, and your teacher recognize when you get my hair like this, y'all, because these braids is heavy. Turning your schoolwork on time. Be on time. Like in college, you don't have to turn in homework the next day. Like say you get a homework assignment on Monday, you're not gonna have to turn that homework assignment in on Tuesday. You might not have to turn that assignment in on Wednesday. You might have to turn that assignment in on Friday, but sometimes it might be Wednesday. But you always have time to do your homework, so always make time for your homework. You know what I'm saying? Say that it's a party that's going on Saturday and you knew you had homework to turn in before the party. Make time to turn in that homework before the party. Don't wait till the last minute to turn your homework in, and then now you didn't do your homework but you went to that party though. Like, make sure you're not that person that go to every party but don't do their work, because that's how you fail. That's how you get that F. Next, I want to talk about balancing your social life with being in college, because it can be hard, because you always gonna have homework, but you always gonna want to hang out with your friends, and I already kind of discussed that. My social life was a whack when I first started my freshman year, because I lived on campus and like I just really didn't fool with nobody. I'm really anti, like, I'm not friendly, but I am nice. I can say that. And so like I was just stay to myself. But then when I moved to this other housing on campus, well, it wasn't on campus, it was off campus, and it was for honor students, and I'm an honor student, and it's called Panther Village. And so when I moved over there, that's when my life changed. That's when everything got turned up. That's when things got lit. But I still maintain my 4.0, let me tell you, because I'm a finesse any way that I can. But you just gotta know how to finesse the system with anything that you do. Don't do it the hard way, do it the smart way. And that's, I feel like when you find how to do things the smart way and not the hard way, you already finesse the system. So that's that on that. So yeah, just when it comes to being social in college, just make sure that you attend everything, have fun. Don't be lazy and just boring and stand in your room all the time. Just make sure you have that homework done before you be social. That's just the main thing. Have that homework done before you be social. Before you go to your friend's room, have that homework done. Or be like, y'all, let's go to the library, let's get this work done, then let's tee up. And so yeah. And it's gonna be times where it's not like that all the time, but just try to be like that most of the time. It's mind over matter. It's like your mental. It's just how you think about things. In college, there's gonna be things that you do that you've never done. Let me tell you that. So just be careful. You know, just don't die. Don't do anything too wild. No, but for real. Yeah, there's gonna be things that you do in college that you just never thought that you would ever do. And so like people like that I went to high school with be smoked out, be weed heads. Don't turn into a weed head. I'm just playing. I turned into a weed head. Like my freshman year, I was smoking like every single day. And like I ain't gonna say I regret it, because let me tell you, me and my friends, we had so much fun. But it can be distracted, and it can like fuck with you. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like not trying to say too much because the feds is watching. Don't worry about no man while you in college. Like, have your fun and be a hot girl. Don't worry about these broke, dusty, don't go to class, making F.A. boys. Okay? I'm trying to stop cussing. But yeah, do not worry about these stinking feet ass niggas. Period. Because, sis, that's the last thing that you should be worried about. Okay? Play with these dudes. Don't be serious with them. You worried about you. You need to focus on you and your grades. Now, when the right one come along, it's going to come along and you going to know it. Don't force it. Don't be out here looking for no relationship with these niggas, because you going to waste your time. And I'm just being real. Like, don't chase no dude. Don't, like, especially these freshmen, like, you gonna see some fine dudes that's in fraternities and stuff like that. Just look. I mean, you can go get you a fine dude that's in a fraternity, but like, don't take them serious. Don't try to make it a relationship. Just have fun, you know, hang out with them, do what you do, whatever you do that. But don't be trying to look for no serious relationship with these dudes, because they're gonna waste your time and they're gonna have you off track. And our time is too precious and too pure to be wasted. You can't get that time back, so don't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is too short to have your time wasted. And so, yeah, don't focus on these snappy head boys at all. this goes for the dudes too. Don't you come to college trying to find you a wife. Focus on you, baby. You got time for that. Focus on you. Because these girls be trifling too. So, to my brothers, be a city boy. I just laugh. No, but yes, like, y'all just don't need to be focusing on a relationship freshman year. I feel like this should be the time where you just having your fun and you just focus on you living life. Like, college don't have to be depressing and boring, but it is gonna be times where you depressed and bored, but you don't have to make it that way. College should be fun. You should be living your best life. Okay, so for my people that have to work and are not, you know, blessed enough to not work and have their parents give them money, it's gonna be hard. Like, always remember that college is way more important than your minimum wage paying job. Like, don't put your job first. In some situations when you need that cheddar, put your job first, but most of the time do not put your job first over your over school, because like, school is not temporary. You always gonna use that degree that you got. You know, like, you need this knowledge for the real world. Now, that $9.50 paying ass job that's temporary, you know, that goes second when it comes to school. School first, that minimum wage job second. My braids are so far. I'm really mad. Like, even though I had went to Orlando, right, with my best friend and her family, and I was at a water park, I got my hair wet and everything. Like, I had to wash my braids because I had chlorine in it, and so like, I like literally washed these braids, went swimming. Some of them are hanging, but overall, these braids is fine and they look good. And Slays by Jay did my braids, if you were wondering, and my hair is sticking out because of me, because I'm natural and I went swimming. But when I first got these done, you could not see anything. All you see was this honey blonde goldish color. And so yeah, she really slayed my braids, y'all, and they long, and she just did a really good job. So yes, if you in the Little Rock area, go to Slays by Jay's to get your braids done, period. Yes, it's also some good girls. This is my first time going to her, and she did really good, and she gave me the perfect size that I wanted. Like, I wanted small braids, and she gave me small braids. Usually when I ask for small braids, they give me medium braids because my hair is so thick. But yeah, she did her thing, and she's not like extremely expensive. She's reasonable, so yes, go to her. And she cool too, so get you a good conversation and some motivation, and get your braids done all at the same time. But being broke in college, I never experienced being broke in college because I always had my job. Because I cannot be no broke person. Like, I can't be broke. I'm sorry, I can just not live that broke life. Like, there's been times where I just ain't have it like that, but I was never broke. Like, my mama, I'm gonna have to have a job. If I want to drive a car, if I want a phone, I'm gonna have to work. So I just never experienced being broke. Some people come to college and don't have no job, and they're not fortunate enough to get a job, to have transportation, or they're just not fortunate enough to where they parents get them money or whatever the case is. So yeah, my advice to you is to get a job. If you're working on the weekends only, because I think this school year I'm gonna just work weekends only because I need to focus on my schoolwork, because I'm a junior and it's, I'm more in my major, so I need to focus. So even if you can get a job that's just a weekend job, make sure you working, because you're gonna need some money, because times is hard. Like, I see my friends struggle. I ain't never struggled, so like, I can just go off based off what my friends went through. I seen them struggle. I seen them eat ramen noodles all the time. Motherfuckers be hungry, like, for real. Like, they be hungry for real, just like, trying to survive this college life, and it can get rough. Like, I seen it. So I just, like, my advice is get a job. Like, you just gonna have to sacrifice them weekends. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't like being broke. So you're gonna have to get you a job, sis, or bro, whoever watching this. But yes, this is the end of my video. Thank you for watching. See y'all later.